Hi, I'm Marty Nimco. Utopian and dystopian predictions for AI. One way to get closer to truth is to posit both poles on an issue. Here I do that regarding AI over the coming years, and I conclude by, in the light of that, what's my best shot at what actually will happen? First, utopian predictions. Cancer is cured. The speed of integrating past research combined with AI's ability to instantly, at low cost, conduct thousands of what-if simulations will result in identifying a small number of foundational causes of cancer and customized preventions for predisposed people and cures, or at least better ways to manage cancer after it's found. Counterpoint: it may be that cancers and people's reactions to them are so variable that this will not be realistic even a decade from now. Relatively few jobs will be lost to AI. Many more will be AI enhanced. People will be amazed at how much more they can accomplish with an AI partner. Mind-numbing tasks done instantly, polishing first drafts, including of coding, done instantly, requiring ever less fixing. And the ever better chatbots will be the mentors most people only wish they had. Counterpoint: as AGI, that is generalized intelligence, becomes real and agents become ever more powerful, most jobs will be affected. Some will be eliminated. More will enable people to be more productive. So, for example, a company that employed 10 designers may now need only a few. Machine learning will ever more accurately nail who you are and what you're looking for in a romantic or platonic partner and lead you to their profile. Counterpoint: chemistry is too difficult to reduce to a multiple regression prediction, even if the probabilities are ever updated by machine learning. Prospective parents can opt to take a so-called intelligence pill, actually gene editing, to ensure their child has at least average intelligence, that core attribute to success and happiness. To ensure it doesn't increase inequality, it will be free to the poor and non-coercive, although fear of depriving their child of an at least equal start will result in most parents choosing it. Counterpoint: an autocratic state could coerce, and the poor, even if it's free, might underutilize, even though it could be key to breaking multi-generational poverty. After all, that has persisted despite literally multi-trillion-dollar spends over decades to improve education, job training, and preferences in college admission and employment. Dystopian predictions. This is the big fear of advocates for AI deceleration. For example, restricting the building of data farms. As AGI becomes real, agents following short-sighted orders will perform persuasive deep fakes, which will increase their power until even pushing off switches won't work well enough. Counterpoint: the probability of that is too low, certainly at this point, to justify shutting off the AI development faucet. Doing that would, with greater certitude, diminish gross world flourishing, from the ability of individuals to think through problems to society better addressing concerns such as energy, disease, and even war. The job loss will be so extensive that there won't be enough money to provide even subsistence living for the millions, maybe billions worldwide, who aren't supporting themselves. Of course, UBI, Universal Basic Income, dorm living, and government-created jobs will be tried, but especially worldwide, the math just doesn't work. The increased taxation will eat our seed corn, that is, reduce companies' ability to hire and people to afford stuff. The result: many millions, even billions, will not be sustainably employed or taxpayer supported, resulting in increased depression, substance abuse, and violence, both domestic and external. The result will be societal dissolution, chaos. Counterpoint: previous technological advances have caused job dislocations, but a few years later, new jobs get created. In addition, AI-caused increased productivity will drive down costs, enabling more people to be supported. Before chaos occurred, equilibrium will be restored. Stupidity will increase. Already, vectors lead toward that. Lower-performing people tend to have the most children. But while AI should ideally be thought a thought partner that increases not just knowledge but thinking, in the real world, too many people will simply use AI as an information retriever and thus not develop their brain, but atrophy it. Counterpoint: the wide recognition of AI's potency will make parents and educators K-12 teach people how to use AI as a thought partner and thinking enhancer. Along the way, AI's infinite patience, tact, and intelligence will be a role model for all who use it. And now my actual predictions. Job loss will be moderate and accretive, not a cliff. So, as is already occurring, people are scrambling to become AI competent. That will help keep them employable. Also, they will feel proud of their increased capability, so employers will leverage that to invest more in R&D and to reduce prices. The problem will heavily fall on the bottom half of workers, whose work is largely routine and thus easily automatable. Traditional automation was a body slam, AI is the knockout. It's an open question as to whether the affordability and political will to humanely support all those people, especially worldwide, is realistic. Relationships will continue pretty unaffected. In theory, the presence of Match.com and other such websites should have increased the probability of relationships working, and the decline in marriage rate should have meant that couples that choose to marry should be happier. Yet, the divorce rate remains unchanged. A possible cause? Increased polarization between the sexes, like men suck, with no better results among LGBT marriages. Income inequality will increase. Intelligent people will use AI to assist in investments, in wise purchasing, and so on. The poor will make less use of AI, especially if, as generally predicted, the Democrats win in 2026 and in 2028. Taxes on companies and middle to upper incomers will increase to provide more support for society's have-nots. But it is unclear how well that'll work. Okay, what do you think? In any event, that's Utopian and Dystopian predictions for AI. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 36 books. Perhaps most relevant to this would be Thought Experiments or A Dose of Reality, but all 36 are on Amazon. In any event, I thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.